loves, and welcome to Bree's Project Book. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning BPB member, welcome back. Welcome to the Christmas Holiday Mix, Week 3. Today's host is Juani from Juani's house. Juani does it all: event planning, tablescapes, decorator, DIYs, hauls, you name it, Juani gotcha. Juani challenge is to create a holiday look for less from a magazine, Pinterest, catalog, wherever you find your inspiration source to create the look for less. It can be a tablescape, room, mantle, tree, staircase, etc. So let's get started. My inspiration is this beautiful staircase. I love the simplicity and sophisticated style. The garland is the star of this design. The fresh pine garland is quite expensive. You can purchase it from your nursery for about $10 to $15 per foot. That's how much it costs from my nursery. And I showed him this picture and he said, this looks like a 2-story staircase. So he said 25 feet. So you're looking at $250 for one 25-foot garland. And he said this looks like it's been doubled or tripled. So you can do the math. Not going to happen. The fresh eucalyptus and satin ribbon with the long tails is the accessory for this beautiful garland. The complete look or cost for this look can range anywhere between $500 and $600. Of course, we are going to get the same look for less. So let's get started. Okay, everyone, here's the supplies that I will be using for that beautiful stairway, that Christmas garland that is so gorgeous, simple but elegant. So we have some ribbon here, this black beautiful ribbon that we're going to be using. We have some eucalyptus branches, and we have some glistening twigs. You see me use these all the time. I love these. I have these in the bunches. And then we have the star of the show, which is this cypress garland. This is a faux cypress garland that I purchased from Target last year because I seen that picture last year and I wanted to try it to create it this year. So I've been stocking up cypress faux garland that was at Target. They were originally $24.99 or either they were $19.99. I purchased about 8 of these throughout the season, and then I purchased several more at the end of the season. And then we went to Dollar Tree and we got my favorite little ties here that you can get them at Dollar Tree or you can get them at Walmart or Big Lots. And then I think I'm going to add something different to the garland, and that's these beautiful snowflake picks. The theme in my foyer is snowflakes, so we'll be using those. And then lastly, we have 100 count lights. So we're going to put all this together and create that beautiful garland. I've already installed 3 of the garlands, and let me tell you what I did first, and then I'll walk you to where we are now. So the first thing I did was I put 5 or 6 of those ties from Dollar Tree, and that's what you see here, and I just tied them so many inches apart going down the railing. So those will be my anchors. So when I get ready to install my lights or my garland, I have something to anchor them to the banister. Now when I installed the first garland, as you can see here, this is the first garland. You can see how sparse it is in between the branches. So when I installed the second garland, I made sure that the second garland covered up those spaces. And now we have a semi-solid piece going down the rail without too many spaces. And that's what I would continue to do with the other 3 garlands that will be going on this installment to make it nice and full and lush. Then I took the third garland, and that'll be down this way at the end, and I strung this up and hung it so it would have a long tail going toward the end. So that's 3 pieces of garland. Now since I have those up, I start to string the lights. But first I took my extension cord and I hung it up on these garlands, because these ties, because this is my anchor, and I made sure that the extension cord was strung up under the banister so you can't see it. So now when it comes toward the middle, I have the extension cord here in the middle. So when I get ready to string my lights, I can easily connect them, as you can see here. So I strung the lights, one end going this way, and it comes down, and it plugs up here. The other end goes down at the end of that piece of garland and comes up this way, and the end plugs up here. So that way I don't have any plugs hanging on the end of the pieces of garland. Does that make sense? I hope so. So now I'm ready to install the rest of my garland, and my lights are also installed. One other thing that I did with the lights, instead of stringing the lights straight down the rail like this, I strung them in a pattern of up and down zigzag like that. The reason I did that is because when I finish with the garland, I'm hoping that it would hang pretty low. So that means that I have some lights to kind of flow downward, so the lights won't be all concentrated up at the top. Okay, so we're getting ready to install the garland at the bottom. And you can see I hung some more of those garland ties down at the bottom. And I just basically hoop it into one of the garlands that's already installed. And we did that all the way down in the areas where I'm going to be anchoring the other garland. Okay, so here's what it looks like so far. It's pretty filled in. I like the look so far, and I like the length. And there's not too many spaces that are present, but I'm going to go in and fill those in with those sprigs once I finished putting all the decor. Now right here at the top, you still see some of those garland twists. We are going to fill that in with more sprays, but I need to insert those snowflake sprays, and that's what we're going to do next. So we have some of these sprays that I'm going to insert just to see what it looks like. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them, but I think they would look pretty nice. But let's see how I want to insert. I think I want to insert not on top like that, but inside of the garland. Okay guys, this is what I have. This is what it looks like on the top. As you can see, it's filling in nicely. I don't want it filled in too much at the top because this isn't handrail, and I want you to be able to use it when we come down the stairs. So as we go down, let me get in front of the sun here. As we go down, you can see that I took the snowflakes down to the floor, and I think it looks pretty good. Now we're going to install the eucalyptus, and then we are done. We just finish up with the bows, and that will be it. If I remember correctly, I believe the eucalyptus was just laying here on top of the garland. So we are going to just place them on top here. Loves, we are done. I am loving the way it looked. It turned out very well. So let's get a closer look. Okay, so let's see how I installed the eucalyptus leaves. These branches came 8 in a pack, and I purchased them from Amazon, and they are very pliable, so you can bend them any kind of way. And I tried to get it as close to the photo as I could, but not exactly. I love the snowflakes on here. It's not just laying on the garland, they're intertwined in between the leaves. It seems natural as it comes out of the garland all the way down to the end of the garland. And then lastly, we have the bows. I think they look simply beautiful. One of Monika's styles on her banister that I show here is with the black bows. And I think the black bows is more my style. If you're interested and want to learn more about Monika or want to see more of her designs, I would link her website in the description box below. These snowflakes I'm going to keep here in the garland. I think it looks very nice to give that shine that I like. It kind of spills through the spray of snowflakes, and I think it looks very, very natural. It looks great. I love the look of it, and it goes all the way down to the tails. And also I gave it a little bit more character here in front of the staircase. Look at it going up. That black satin bow really pops that garland, and I am just loving the look of this. So that's it for this video, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun to create a designer look on a budget. Thank you, Juani, again. Mwah, mwah, mwah. My sister, thank you so much for joining me on another year. I see you guys soon. Thank you, loves, for joining me for week 3. I hope you receive some fabulous decor ideas and inspiration for your holiday. Stay tuned for week 4, December 18th at 3 p.m. Don't forget to check out the playlist in the description below and subscribe and give a thumbs up to the team. This will motivate us to continue bringing you these kinds of content and let us know you enjoyed the videos in the collab. Juani, thank you for another year, my sister. This was a great collab and I enjoyed it. I see you all next week. Smooches!